Hi, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to build a completely free and professional looking website using WordPress, the most powerful and popular website building software in the world, used by pretty much everybody, including large companies like eBay, Sony, and UPS. Now, if you want to get started on your video right away, go ahead and jump forward to the time shown on the screen, or you can sit around and listen to me ramble about WordPress for just a few minutes. The information that I'm going to give you, I think, is very valuable. So if you want to stick around and listen, I think it would benefit you. Okay, WordPress comes in two distinct flavors. There's WordPress.com, and that's what I'm going to show you how to use today, and there's WordPress.org. What are the differences between the two, and the pros and cons of each? WordPress.com, what I'm going to show you how to use today, here are the pros. It's all inclusive. That means hosting and software are included. You have to have hosting and you have to have website files in order to have a website. WordPress.com gives you both for free, and you don't even need a domain name. Like I say, it's all inclusive. It's 100% free unless you pay for upgrades, which I don't recommend. There is no maintenance ever, meaning you don't have to worry about security or backing up your website, and there are a variety of professional themes to choose from. There are some cons, however, to what I'm going to show you how to do today. You have limited storage space unless you purchase an upgrade, which I don't recommend. You have limited customization options in terms of tweaking your theme and changing the fonts and things like that. There's also a paid upgrade for that. I don't recommend it. You get minimal support. Again, there's a paid upgrade. Don't do it. You don't get your own domain. It's yourname.wordpress.com. You can't use plugins. It's not great for e-commerce, for a business in other words, where people are ordering things off your website. And occasionally there will be an ad or two on your posts, but the ads are small and unobtrusive. That's WordPress.com. That's what I'm going to show you today. WordPress.com is excellent for photographers looking to start out with WordPress, for teachers, for bloggers, for a lot of people. So WordPress.org, what are the pros? Well, the software is free, as it is with WordPress.com, but you don't get web hosting. You can endlessly customize the files. You can get in and change all the code. You can do anything you want with your website, tweak it any way you like, and customize it any way you like. You have unlimited storage space, usually, depending on the host you choose, and I have a host that I recommend on my website. You typically get 24/7 technical support with most web hosts. You can use any WordPress theme you want. You can use any WordPress plugin you want, and plugins greatly extend the functionality of your WordPress website. It's going to be e-commerce ready, and you'll never have an ad. So there are a lot of pros if you use WordPress.org. In other words, you use the software along with a web host. There are some cons. You got to pay for your own hosting. That's typically about $3 to $5 a month for basic hosting. You have to pay for a domain name. That's typically about $10 per year. And you're the one in charge of the security for your website. You have to make sure your website is secure, and that takes a bit of work. You also have to back up your own website and make sure your files are safe. Now, some web hosts will provide automatic backups, but typically that's your responsibility. So that's WordPress.org. And WordPress.org is good for you when you want to have your own website with no limitations whatsoever. And so a lot of people will start with WordPress.com, which I'm going to show you today. They will learn WordPress, and then they will graduate to WordPress.org and get their own web host, and then start doing everything on their own. Now, be sure to check out myboringchannel.com, which is my website. Browse around a little bit. You'll see that I offer free support if you build a WordPress website. I'll help you. And I'll also promote your WordPress website for free once you get it up and running. That means free exposure for your website. That will help you in search engine rankings. I will give you a free backlink as well in your own little article. So you can't go wrong. Be sure to check out myboringchannel.com. I also have my recommendation for a web host there if you ever decide you want to go the WordPress.org route. Okay, one more thing. Some of you may be wondering why I'm so adamantly opposed to purchasing the WordPress.com upgrades. Simply put, it's going to be a lot more expensive for you that way. What typically happens is a lot of people start out using WordPress.com so that they can learn how to use WordPress and see if they like it. One of two things then happens. The person either loves what they have and they don't feel a need to upgrade, or they start thinking, I want my own domain name, I want better technical support, I want more storage space, etc. And they start purchasing the WordPress.com upgrades, and then things get really expensive. So If you decide you start wanting those sorts of upgrades, simply get your own web host. I have a recommendation on my website, and go the WordPress.org route. It makes a lot more sense because you will have no limitations on that website, and it will be a lot cheaper in the long run. So, now that you understand the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org, I think it's time that we get started building our completely free, professional looking website. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is go to WordPress.com. Then you're going to click the big blue button in the middle that says Create Website. Once we get here, we can choose a layout. I'm going to choose this one because I want a basic website. Now remember, it doesn't matter what you choose here because you can always come back and choose something different later. I'm going to choose a very simplistic theme here. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter what theme you choose because you can come back and change it at any time. But I'm just going to pick something simple to get us going. Now we have to choose a name. I'm going to choose My Boring Channel. Then I see that for free they're suggesting My Boring Channel blog.wordpress.com, which means somebody already has this. So let's try something different like Truly Boring. Okay, that one's not taken. Trulyboring.wordpress.com. I'm going to select this one for free. Now you can see that you can purchase a domain name here, but it's expensive. A domain name is typically about $10 per year, so you don't want to do it through WordPress if you do decide to get a domain name. So I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to select the free plan. Now I have to put in a valid email address. Okay, now that we're here, I have gone ahead and filled out this information, and now I'm going to click Create My Account. This page is telling me that I need to verify my email address. So I'm going to go over here to my email. I see that I have an email from WordPress. I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to click Confirm Email Address here. That will take me back to this page right here. Okay, this is your website's main dashboard. Let's explore it a bit. If you click here where it says Stats, you'll get to see a lot of information about your site's visitors. Very cool. If you click Plan underneath Stats, you will see the different plans that you have to choose from. We're going to stick with free. Now here, if you click Blog Posts, you will see that you can add a blog post here. You can click Start a Post and write a blog post. Here, you can click Add and you can add a page. If you click on Themes, you get all these themes that you can choose from. Some cost money and some are free. You can sort between the free and the premium themes over here. If you click Menus, you can adjust the navigation menus on your website. Under Configure, we have Sharing. This is very cool. If you connect these social media accounts, you can automatically post to them every time you write a new post. You don't even have to remember. Very cool. Under People here, you can add people who can edit your website. And this is your website's followers and email followers. You don't have any of those yet, so we won't worry about that. If you click on Plugins, you will see that you can add e-commerce and more for $300 a year. We are going to avoid that for now. Under Domains, you can add a new domain, and here's the domain you've chosen so far. Under Settings, you have a lot of different options for your website. You can change your site title, your site tagline, you can add a custom address, you can change the language on your site, etc. This is interesting here. We want to be able to allow search engines to index this site. So we're going to click that and then click Save Settings. Obviously right now search engines aren't going to find anything interesting, but as we build our site we're going to want search engines to find us. If we scroll down, there are some other settings. Down at the bottom you can delete your website, or you can start over and keep your site active but remove all the content. So those are some useful settings to know about. Now if you click here, if we're going to scroll back up here on the menu, if you click right here on your website name, it will take you to your actual website. It opens it up in a new tab. So here's your website. To go back to that screen, just click on the old tab here. Now there's one button I didn't cover on this page, and it's this Customize button right here. This is a very important button. When you click it, it opens the WordPress Customizer. This is how you edit the main options on your website. For instance, the site title, tagline, and logo. Click that. You can change the site title, and it will change over here in real time, so watch over here as I change it. And we can change these things later, but once you're done, click Save and Publish, and then X out of the WordPress Customizer. Now, if you go back to your website, this tab here, there's this button here that says Customize. You can also access the customizer that way, and that's a quick and easy way to do it. Now, one other thing I want to point out is that if you click on My Site, there's a menu that opens up over here. This is supposed to be the same menu. I'm going to click back to this tab here. That is on your dashboard right here. Now, for some reason, it's kind of messed up right now, and I've tested this in multiple browsers. So I'm sure WordPress is going to fix this quickly, but for the time being, that's kind of messed up. So when we want to access our settings, our site settings, our dashboard, we're going to go back to this tab here and do it from this page. So one thing we have to know how to do is we have to know how to log in and log out of our site. So let's practice that real quick. See this little icon here on the right? Click that and then click Sign Out over here. That's how you sign out. Now to sign back in, just go to WordPress.com, click on Login, type in your username. For me, it's Truly Boring. Go ahead and put in your password and then click Login. The first page you're going to see is this one. You're going to want to click on My Site over here on the left. And then you are back to your dashboard page. You should recognize this page. Okay, so now that you have all this down and you know how to add pages and add blog posts and customize your site and things like that, now I'm really going to blow your mind. Let's go ahead and open up a new tab. Type in your site's URL. For me, it's trulyboring.wordpress.com. And then a / and wp-admin at the end. And then click Enter. This is the old-fashioned standard WordPress dashboard. Here is where you can access all the settings of your website. And this is where I like to work from the majority of the time. So this is where we are going to work from as we go through this tutorial. So I'm going to hide this screen here. It says hide this screen. You can read this stuff if you want, but I don't need to. Here's another tip. I'm going to cancel that out because it's trying to make me upgrade. Okay, so here's my dashboard. You can do everything from here. If you click My Site here, it will open the menu you're familiar with. And then you can add posts from here, hover over Posts, and then click Add New. You can add media here, pictures. You can add links. You can add pages. You can review your comments. And as we go down a little further over here, we can check out all our themes. We can access the customizer. We can mess with our widgets. We can mess with our menus, change our header, all those things. And there are a lot more settings down below. So this is where we're going to work from most often. What we're going to do next is we're finally going to create some content on our site. We're going to create some pages. We want a home page, we want an About Us page, and we want a Contact Us page. And while we're at it, let's create a blog page as well. Okay, so what you need to do is go over to Pages on the left and then click on Add New. So I'm going to create a contact page. Now, I'm going to click Add Contact Form here. You can specify the forms you want here. I'm fine with name, email, website, and comment. Then I can click on email notifications here, and I can either enter my email address and a subject line or not. If I don't, it will simply use the email address I used when I signed up for this website. So I'm going to leave that blank. Back to Form Builder and then click Add this form to my post. Now it looks kind of garbagey here, but let's go check it out and see what it actually looks like. So we're going to click Publish here. And then we're going to click View Page. Boom. You now have a contact form on your website. And it looks really nice. And it's automatically added to your menu, your navigation menu here at the top. Okay, so let's go back to our dashboard. Unfortunately, WordPress has made it a little bit difficult to get back to your dashboard. You either have to append wp-admin onto the end of your URL again, and then click Enter. Or you can click Site Admin here under Meta, but we're going to be getting rid of that soon, so that's not the best way. I think what they're trying to do is drive you to their new editor and all the things that I showed you at the beginning. So if you click Edit here, then it takes you back to this editor. This is not my preferred editor. I like what I like to term the actual dashboard, which is this, because everything is accessible here. So let's now go create a new page, go to Pages, and then Add New again. And let's create a page called News. This will actually be our blog page. So any new blog posts that we put on our site will show up here. So we won't put anything in here for now. Let's just click Publish. Now let's go ahead and add one more page, and we will call it Welcome. This is going to be our home page. We'll type that in here. This will be our home page. And then click Publish. So now, if we click on All Pages, we should have 4 pages: an About Us page, a Contact Me page, a News page, and a Welcome page. So now let's go down to Settings on the left, and then to Reading. We want the front page to display a static page, so we're going to click that. We want our front page to be our welcome page, and we want our posts page to be our news page. Scroll down to the bottom and click Save Changes. Now let's look at our site again. We have our home page, which is our welcome page. We have our about page. We have our contact me page with the contact form we just created. And we have a blog page. There's nothing here right now, but they are prompting us to get started making posts, which will show up here. Okay, since WordPress makes it a bit difficult to access this dashboard, why don't we make this page a favorite and bookmark it? I'm using Firefox, and I can access the bookmarks over here. Okay, now I have easy access to this dashboard, instead of having to type in wp-admin after the URL every time I want to get here. Okay, now we actually have to add some content to our pages. So let's go to Pages, All Pages, and then click on our home page. Now I've already added a little bit of text on my home page and a title with a keyword that I like, how to make a free website. And you can type in here just kind of like you type in Microsoft Word. You have a bold button, an italics button, bullets, a numbered list, a block quote. You get the idea. This is adding a link right here. Let me show you a couple of these things. Like down here, this last sentence says, contact me at my website, My Boring Channel. And that's myboringchannel.com, by the way. So I'm going to hover over that. I'm going to click the B for bold, and it's bold. And then I'm going to click this to insert a link. And I'm going to insert a link to my website. And we can open that link in a new tab. Add link. There we go. I bolded this and I added a link. And so you get the idea here. You have some more options if you click toggle toolbar here. It extends the editor a little bit, and you can choose different size headings and things like that. When you're typing the content for your home page, you want it to grab people's attention. I didn't do a great job on this because this isn't my main website. But as an example, you really should have content that just makes the reader go, wow, that's interesting, I want to stay here. It should direct people down the path you want them to go, right? So they know right away when they get to your website, oh, this is about making a free website with WordPress. Oh, and it's in 2016, I need to read this. So when you're done writing your homepage, go ahead and click Update. Now that we've made this page, I want to show you how to add an image into your page. So click in the text wherever you want the image to appear. I'm going to put the cursor right here at the beginning. And then I'm going to click Add Media. Now, I have some items in my media library already. You probably won't, so go to Upload Files here, and then click on Select Files, and browse your computer for the file you want, and then upload it. You can double click it or click Open, and it will upload. Okay? This image is now in your media library. You can choose to insert it into your page. I'm going to use this image actually, and I'm going to insert that into my page. Actually, I'll use this one. I'll insert that into my page. I can right align it if I want. I can left align it. I think I'm going to left align it. Actually, it looks good over there on the right. And then I can click this little pencil right here to edit the image. And now I can make the image size smaller if I want. Maybe just make it a thumbnail. And I can put for alternate text. You always want to put good alternate text for all your images. That's just search engine friendly, and it helps people with disabilities read your site. And your site's more likely to get found if you have good alternate text that describes your image accurately. Okay, perfect. And then click Update. So here it is. Let's click Preview Changes here and see what it looks like. Not bad. I might like it better on the left, and that would be easy enough to edit. Just go back here, click the picture, left align it, and then maybe if I wanted a little bigger, I could even drag it like that. And then click Update. Back here to this tab, to my preview, and refresh it. So there's a lot more that could be said about images. I took the description off, by the way. But I'm not going to go into that right now. If you want to know more about images, email me and I'll tell you anything you want. Email me at myboringchannel.com. That's my website. A couple more things I want to talk about as we're editing pages. Click back on this tab. This is the page we're editing. Underneath, I would like to be able to see whether I want comments on or off. So up here, you'll see this little box that everybody ignores. It's called Screen Options. Click it, and then click this box here, Discussion. Now scroll down and look underneath, and you will see there's a discussion box down here. You can click whether to allow comments or not. Sometimes when I am creating pages and posts, I don't want people to post comments. And sometimes I don't want to show sharing buttons and things like that. So I like to have this open, okay? I'm going to allow comments. Sure, why not? Okay, so I'm going to click Allow Comments, and then I'm going to click Update. Now, this page is nice. This is my new home page. It has a nice title, it has an image, it has some good text, and I've got this really lame sidebar over here because I haven't done anything with it yet. And I got a really nice menu up here that looks nice. And I like my header too. Although it might be nice to have a logo or something up here. So let's go ahead and add a logo to this page. It'll show up right up here. And each theme is different. Keep that in mind. The things we're doing now are going to stand you in good stead as you learn new themes, but you're going to have to do a little bit of new learning on each theme. Let's go ahead and click Customize right here, and then the customizer will pop up. And I can go to Site Title, Tagline, and Logo. Then I can see that there's no logo set, and I'll click Add Logo. Let's just choose one of these. These are in my media library. Again, you can upload files if you don't have any in your media library yet. But I'm just going to select this one in my media library now and click Set as Logo. And there it is. It'll appear right there. I like it, so I'm going to click Save and Publish. And now I'm going to X out of the customizer and check out my site. Looks good. Now, if this were my main website, one thing I would want to do is change this font here. So I wonder if I can do that in the customizer. Let's check. I go to Fonts, and I can see the default theme font. We've now added a logo. And since we were in here adding logos, we've also gone ahead and changed the font. Okay, so let's recap what we have so far. I'm going to go look at our website over here. Here's our website, what we've done so far. We've created a logo. We've added a title and a tagline. We've made a menu. We've made these different pages. We've put together a contact form. We changed the fonts on the site. We wrote a front page. We made a link. We made this text bold. We learned how to use the visual editor a little bit. We uploaded an image. So let's go ahead and learn how to add these social media icons down here in the footer. Let's go back to our dashboard. Let's go to Appearance and then to Menus. Here in Menu, we're going to click Create a New Menu. We're going to call the menu Social. And then we will click over here on the right, Create Menu. Now we're going to put this in the Social Links theme location. And we are going to add custom links over here. So here you put your Facebook URL. And then here you put your link text. And then click Add to Menu. Now there will be a Facebook social icon in your footer. Let's go ahead and add our Twitter handle. Go over here to URL, type in your Twitter handle, type in your link text, and then click Add to Menu. You should now have two social media icons in your footer. Let's click Save Menu. Let's go back to our website here, refresh the page, and look in our footer. Yes, now we have a Facebook icon and a Twitter icon. If you click this, it'll take you to my Facebook page. If you click this, it will take you to my Twitter page. Okay, great. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change these sharing buttons into some prettier buttons. Let's go back to our dashboard. Now, let's scroll down to Settings. but then we'll click on sharing. Then I'm going to scroll down a little bit and I'm going to change my buttons to icon only. Boom, now we have these pretty circles. I like that a lot better. That's just my preference. And this will tell us where I want those buttons to appear, on posts and pages. Now I'm going to click Save Changes. I'm going to go back to my website. I'm going to refresh this and I'm going to look. And now this is what you should see. Two nice little sharing buttons there. I don't particularly like this like button either, so I'm going to go back to my sharing settings. I'm going to scroll down a little bit and I'm going to get rid of this right here. WordPress.com likes are on for all posts. I'm going to turn that off. Okay, go back to the page, refresh, boom. I like minimalism, and so I'm starting to like how this is looking. Okay, so now let's go ahead and update this sidebar. Right now it's kind of ugly, and we haven't done anything to it yet. So let's go back to our dashboard, and we're going to go to Appearance, and then Widgets. These are the things that are in our sidebar so far. Let's go back and look. So I'm fine with the search bar there, because as we add content, it'll be nice for people to be able to search for it. We'll go ahead and get rid of archives. So to get rid of something in the sidebar, you simply drag it out of the sidebar like this. Boom. Now, go here, refresh your screen, and archives, as you see, is gone, which is nice. And categories is a good thing to have on here. So as we get more pages in our blog and we get more categories, then it would be nice to have a list of categories here. So we'll go ahead and leave that there. This meta stuff, it just looks weird. It's good for you when you're using your site admin. You can click here to get to your dashboard and you can log out here and stuff like that. But users aren't going to have any idea what this even means. So we're going to get rid of that. Just drag it out. Boom. Gone. Refresh. Okay, good. So now we should have search, which we have. We should have recent posts, which we don't have because we haven't had any posts yet. That's funny because we haven't had any comments yet either, but recent comments is still showing up. Anyway, and we don't have any categories, but here's the categories. So those are the things we're going to have in our sidebar. Now this theme is a little bit unique in that it doesn't have a footer. I don't typically like that. I like themes that have a footer so you can put content down here as well, like comments and things like that. But there are different themes that we can try, and I'm going to show you how to switch themes when we're completely done with all this so that you can go and try and experiment with different themes. And some of the themes will have footers, and in fact most of the themes will have footers. And in order to edit the footer, you simply go back here to Widgets and you can drag these things into the footer. There's going to be a sidebar box here, and there's going to be a footer here, and maybe you'll even have like 3 footer boxes here and a couple sidebar boxes, and you can just drag these widgets in and out as you wish. And that's one way that you can modify and customize your page. Now, one widget that I really like to use is the text widget. So let's go down here, look at the text widget, and we're going to drag it over. It's kind of a pain to drag it up like this, but it works. And I'm going to put it right under the search bar. Now, in the text widget, I can type anything I want. So go ahead and type whatever you want in there. I would check automatically add paragraphs because that will give you a space in between your paragraphs. And in order to style this box, you have to use some HTML. If you want help styling this box with some HTML, contact me and I'll be more than happy to help you out with bolding your text, italicizing your text, having larger fonts, smaller fonts, adding images and things like that in this text box, because this text box is really one of your more powerful options for making the site your own, because you can put pretty much anything you want in here. So I'm going to go ahead and style this a little bit, and then I will show you what it looks like on my front page. So here I've gone ahead and added some text. I've created 3 text boxes in the widgets form here. Now, to order these things, you can simply drag them around. If I want recent posts, say, above my text boxes, but I don't. I want recent posts below that. And I'm actually going to get rid of recent comments, I think. Actually, no, I think I'll get rid of categories for now. So keep it minimalistic. We'll have a search bar, 3 text boxes, recent posts, and recent comments. And we'll leave it at that. This is what it looks like. Okay, so that's good. and it will show up on every page of your website, just like that, unless you use a full width template for one of your pages. So now let's talk a little bit about the About Us page. Go ahead and click on that. The About Us page just has the text which WordPress has included. We want to edit that text, and we want to make it about ourselves. We want people to know who we are right away. So your home page should tell people right away what you do. Boom. This site's going to show you how to make a free website with WordPress. In your sidebar, a call to action. I want people to subscribe. I want people to buy my web hosting package. I want people to let me promote their website so I can write an article for them. So I got those things all right here. And now if people click on your About Us page, there should be a lot of detailed information in here about you so that people will want to use your product or use your business or read your blog or check out your photos or whatever. So when you edit this page, do your best to make it detailed and worthwhile for people to read. I'm going to go ahead and add some text into this page. Now again, you can click Edit here, which will take you to this new fancy editor. And if you feel like using that, fine, use that. I always prefer to use the main dashboard. So I'm going to go to my main dashboard. I'm going to go to Pages, and then I'm going to click Edit here under About. And I'm going to edit my page in here because this is the editor I'm used to. Okay, so I've gone ahead and added a little bit of text in here. I made a link in here and I bolded it. This is also a great page to add a picture of yourself if you want. I'm not going to do that right now, but it is a great page to do that. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to not allow comments on this page. It's just a page about me. Nobody needs to comment. And I'm not going to show sharing buttons on this page either. Why? So I'm going to click Update. We'll go look at the page. Click on About. And here it is. My About page with my link. Like I said, I removed the comment box and the sharing buttons. I don't need them here. On my home page, I still have the comment box and I have the sharing buttons. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to write a couple blog posts so that when people click on your news link, they see some news. Before we do that though, I want to connect this website to all our social media sites so that when I do write a blog post, a little excerpt gets automatically posted to all the social media sites without me doing anything. Let's go back to our dashboard and we're going to go to Settings and Sharing. We're going to click on Publicize Settings right here. So here we are. I have already connected my Facebook account. Let me show you how to connect these social media sites. Go ahead and click Connect here and then put in your username for your Twitter account and your password and then click Authorize App. Then it asks you to confirm that this is the account you would like to authorize. Your posts will be automatically shared to this account. Awesome, that's what we want. Connect. There we go, the Twitter account was successfully connected. I'm going to do the same thing with my Google Plus account and my LinkedIn account. And then I'm going to write a couple blog posts and show you what happens on these social media sites. Okay, I've gone ahead and connected these 4 accounts. And I want you to keep in mind that you can edit your sharing buttons here too, as well as on the main dashboard like I've been showing you. Like I said, there's always 2 ways to do things in WordPress because WordPress is really promoting this new editor. But honestly, it's kind of a dumbed down editor. This dashboard is not dumbed down at all. Every option is here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to write some blog posts. So go to Posts and then click Add New right here. So I'm going to write a couple blog posts here. I'm going to write a title and then I'm going to write my text. It works just like a page. So I'm going to go up here to Screen Options because I haven't done this for posts yet. And I want discussion to be showing at the bottom. I'm going to allow comments on most of my posts. And I do want to show the sharing buttons, so that's good. So these formats determine how your post is going to look on your blog page. I recommend experimenting with these. Okay, I'm just going to write a standard post right now, and then I will publish it. I'm going to write 2 or 3 posts. Okay, here I go. Okay, so now I've written my first post. Here it is. Up here you can see under status that it's a draft. It's going to be public, and I'm going to publish it immediately. That means it's going to go to all these accounts automatically right when I click publish. That's pretty cool. Oh, this publish immediately thing is kind of cool too, because if you click edit here, you can schedule your post to publish at a time of your choosing. That's kind of nice, especially if you write a lot of posts in advance and you want to post, say, one per week or one every 5 days or whatever. Okay, I'm going to scroll down a little bit here, and you can see I don't have any categories here for posts, so I'm going to add a new category, and I'm going to call this one WordPress, because I haven't thought of anything else yet. I'm going to click add new category, and I'm going to categorize this post in my WordPress category. It's important to categorize your posts and keep your site organized. It'll make it easier for your users, and it'll make it easier for you when you start getting a lot of content. Now, scroll down a little bit farther, and I see featured image down here. I'm going to set a featured image. So I'm going to click set featured image. You may want to upload a file from your computer, so go to upload files over here, and then click on select files. I'm just going to choose a file from my media library because I've already uploaded some files. Now remember, alt text is important. Image of angry little girl. And then I'm going to click set featured image. That shows up here. Now I'm going to go up and click publish. So now I'm going to go back to my website here. I'm going to click on news. So there's my first post, and my featured image is not appearing for some reason. I don't know why. And unfortunately, this theme does not seem to support featured images. Most themes do. So if you go over to myboringchannel.com and look at my blog over here, you can see I have a featured image on top of each post. I think it adds to the look and feel of the post, and I think it promotes engagement with your site's visitors, and it just looks better. Images capture people's attention. So if you do want to use featured images, I would suggest trying a different theme. Okay, but for the time being, we're making good progress. Let's go back and create a new post. We're going to create an image gallery. So go to posts and then add new. Now you can see here that WordPress is trying to drive you to the new editor. Switch to the new improved posting experience. I prefer this. You can go ahead and switch to the dumbed down version if you would like. Okay, I'm going to click add new, and I'm going to create an image gallery. So I'm going to just call this image gallery. And then I'm going to click add media, and I'm going to click create gallery. Now, I've already uploaded some images that I want to include in my gallery, but you can go to upload files and then select files and then browse through the images that you want and choose the ones you want. But I already have the images in my media library, so I'm just going to click them. Now, I would take the time to add alt text for each of the images. I think it's very important for accessibility reasons and also for search engine placement. But for the time being, I'm not going to do that. And then I'm going to click create new gallery. Now here are my gallery settings. Link to attachment page. Go ahead and experiment with these and see what they do. Don't worry about columns, because what we're going to do here, let's do a random order. And what we're going to do here is we're going to click tiled mosaic, because that's really cool. I recommend playing with these different types and seeing what they look like on your blog page. But I'm going to go with tiled mosaic. I'm going to click insert gallery. I want it to publish immediately. I want it to be public. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to choose image here. I don't know why. I don't know what these different formats look like, so I'm just going to experiment with them. I don't want to categorize this in WordPress, so I'm going to add a new category, and I'm going to call it My Photos. And then I'm going to click Add New Category. I'm going to make sure it's checked, because that's what I want this post to appear under. And I'm not going to, well, let me try setting a featured image again, just to see if it works. I don't think it will, but let's try it. Okay, set featured image. And then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click Publish. Then I'm going to go over to my site. I'm going to click News, and my new blog post should appear. There it is. Again, there's no featured image. No big deal. So here's the tiled mosaic that WordPress created out of the pictures that I uploaded. Wow, that's pretty dang cool. And it does that automatically and makes it fit. So I can click the image and it opens up a beautiful full screen gallery that I can scroll through. And people could comment on these as well. I think that's pretty sweet. That's a pretty cool feature of WordPress. It's a great way to showcase photos or to create a portfolio of any images that you would like. So there you have it. One thing I want to do is go over and check these social media sites and see if indeed WordPress posted to them for me. So let's go ahead over to Twitter. Let me click on my tweets, and boom, here's my latest tweet. Boom. WordPress posted this and included a nice image in there for me. Oh, you know what? You know what they're doing? This is kind of cool. They're using my featured image in the post. So while the featured image didn't show up on the site itself, it is showing up in my Twitter feed. There's my featured post. Excuse me, there's my featured image. There's my featured image. And there's my featured image. I created a second post that I deleted, so that's where that one came from. Let's check out my Facebook page and see if the post showed up on my Facebook page as well. My latest post, boom, right here. Here it is. And then people can click on the link in my post and it will take them straight to my website. That's pretty awesome and that's pretty powerful. Now I just want to talk for a moment about subscriptions. If you want people to be able to subscribe to your website like I do on My Boring Channel, see over here on My Boring Channel, I have Why Not Subscribe. If you click it, it takes you to this page where people can sign up and subscribe. If you want that on your site, you can have it. It's very simple. Simply create a new page, go to Pages, and then Add New. Or you can put this in a widget if you'd like. In fact, let's put it in a widget. Go to Appearance, and then Widgets. Oh, by the way, you should check through these widgets and see if there are any that you like, because there are a ton of really cool widgets in here that you may want to put in your sidebar. So I'm just going to put another text widget in there. I'm going to put it right underneath the search, and I'm going to type this in here right here. Blog subscription form. Type this exactly in as you see it. And then click Save. And then let's look at our site. Refresh. And we see this here, follow blog via email. So if somebody clicks follow, boom. So then if one of your users clicks follow, they will be able to automatically receive notifications of new posts by email. Pretty dang cool. So you can build a subscriber list this way. People can also subscribe to comments. So that's pretty cool as well. So now let's go back to our news page here and go down to our first post and click leave a comment right here. This pops up. I can now leave a comment. Okay, this tells me I'm commenting using my WordPresscom account, but if you're not logged in, you won't see that. So I can enter my comment, nice post, and then I can click down here where it says notify me of new comments via email. Boom. So now I'll click post comment, and there's my comment. Now, anytime anybody leaves a comment on this blog post, I will get an email telling me that somebody has responded to my comments, and anybody can subscribe to your comments. That's pretty cool. So you can have people subscribe to your blog and get automatic notifications of your blog posts using this, and people can subscribe to your blog by subscribing to the comment conversations on individual posts. It's a pretty sweet deal. You're getting all this for free. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so now we're nearly done with our website. We've done a lot. Let's review. We've learned how to use the customizer, add a logo, change the title and the tagline, how to add pages, how to add links, bold text, and things like that. Use the visual editor. We've learned how to add a subscription form to our website. We've learned how to add widgets and text widgets, and there are other widgets. Here are our recent posts and our recent comments. We have learned how to create a blog page. We've learned how to create a gallery. We've learned how to create a regular blog post. We've learned how to adjust our sharing buttons. We've learned how to add our social media menu down here. We've learned a lot. So the last thing I want to do for this website is play with the customizer a little bit, because we can still continue to edit this site to make it more our own. Under custom design here, we can do a few things. Let's click try now here. So there are certain things that it will let us edit, but there are certain things that it won't. For instance, colors and backgrounds, we can't edit. They tell us this feature is part of the premium plan. So, we can't do as many edits as we'd like. Fonts. We can change some of the fonts, but these fonts are part of the premium plan. Okay, down here CSS. We can't edit the CSS of our site, which is really unfortunate, because if we were able to edit the CSS, we would be able to make all kinds of stylistic changes all throughout the site and really make it our own. But unfortunately, we can't do that. Again, that feature is part of the premium plan. Again, I never recommend upgrading to the premium plan. So, can we change anything? Let's see here. We can choose a different palette of colors, like this, or this, or that. Ooh. Or this, or this. Or we can go back to default. We can also pick a background pattern if we want. Ooh, ugly. Yuck. Crazy. Okay, back to default. We can also change the header image, which I've done a little bit of. Currently there's no image set, it's just this blue background. But we can click add new image, and then we can change the image. So let's go ahead and do that. Add new image. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to click select and crop on the right. How about that? And then click crop image. Sometimes the customizer is a little bit buggy. I don't care for it. You can check out different header images and crop them in different ways. Like I said, just try adding new images, upload images, crop them, and see what they look like. It's going to take a little bit of experimentation to get the perfect image for your header. Also, you can click this, randomize uploaded headers, so that when people go to your website, they will see a different header each time. Now again, I've done that on myboringchannel.com. If you go over here and look, when I refresh this screen, this is my header image. Boom, another header comes up. So when people visit my website, they get different looks. So it looks as if I'm updating my site all the time. I would recommend just continuing to play with the customizer. There are quite a few options in here. Play with it and see what happens. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is that you're not locked into this theme forever. You can change themes anytime you want and totally change the look and feel of your site. It's really easy. Go back to your dashboard and go to Appearance and then click on Themes. You can go through and choose any of these themes you want and then just see how they look. Let's try this one. We can go here and click Activate, and then let's go ahead and look at our site. Wow, that looks a lot different. So I would recommend going through and checking out different themes. Let's try a different theme. Let's try 2016. We'll activate that. And now let's go back and look at the site. Completely different. So as you can see, each theme is very, very different. Let's try add a line. Oh no, that one costs money. Let's try button. We'll activate it. There we go, something different. And this is all to show you that you're not locked in to one particular look. You're not locked into the look that I taught you today. As I said at the beginning, if you change themes, you're going to have to do a little bit of new learning because each theme has different options and different ways that they work. But once you learn WordPress, it's pretty easy figuring out the different themes. So I'm going to go back to Big Brother because that's the theme that I've used, and I'm going to activate that theme. Now keep in mind that instead of activating, you can preview and it'll show you what your website looks like without you activating the theme. So you're not actually making changes. So there's our original website, set up just as I like it. So there you have it. There's our website. We've learned a lot in a short amount of time. Thank you for watching my video today. I hope you learned a lot about WordPress.
Our video?
Thank you for watching our video today. We appreciate it very much. We hope you learned a lot about WordPress. One thing to keep in mind is you should test this site out on your mobile device, your iPhone, your iPad, whatever, iPod, laptop,
anything.
Test it out on all the different devices and you'll see that it looks great on any device.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope you learned a lot and thank you very much for watching today.
Thank you for watching and please subscribe to our channel.
Bye!
Bye! And this is my dear little brother.